Okay, to start with your non-technical issues again, as I told, there is a life cycle of any product. The product is in its initial stage of the it is in the initial stage of its life cycle when it is being designed, developed, manufactured, and all this comes under the initial stage of the life cycle. The middle stage comes when it goes to the market, it is being supplied to the customer, and all the customer problem related to the product is being taken care, and the customer service comes as the middle part of the life cycle. Now during the end of the life cycle, it is when the new versions of the product starts being launched. For example, you would see that many manufacturers will say that this product is obsolete and it is no more being manufactured as a new one, but the old one, whatever is already there in market with the customer, is being serviced. That is the end of the life cycle, when only the service is provided, and the further such same model is not manufactured. That comes at the end part of the life cycle. So end part of the life cycle means after a certain period, the production of that specific spare parts for that product will also be stopped. So when the spare part production also stops, and then we say that it has come to the end of the life cycle. So all these things will be discussed under non-technical issues. Why? Because the design and development of the product and servicing the product, all this comes under as an engineer. But later other things, what decides that when what will be the life cycle, all that is dependent upon various other factors. Various other factors means how the customers are liking this product, what is the current competition in the market. So all those things will be discussed under non-technical issues. Now let us see point by point. I told in general, let us see point by point now. So as I have mentioned, electronic design stage of the life cycle is preceded by market research and financial modeling. Now what do you mean by market research and financial modeling? See, market research means they try to see what the customer requires. This is called as market research before the design, initiation of the design only. So this is life cycle is preceded by market research, because currently if customer are liking more of camera oriented mobile phone, the product will also dedicate itself on a better camera in the product. So that is called as market research. Otherwise, what customer wants, they want a economical product, or they want a high end product. What is the ratio of the customer who wants a high end product? What is the ratio of customer who wants a very high speed device? What is the section of the customer who wants certain specific feature in the product? All these things comes under market research. Now based upon market research, financial modeling also come. Financial modeling means what? If a high end product is required, the finances involved will be more. The design and development, everything will be more costly. And same way, if an economical product is being designed, means it will take care of how to reduce the cost at whichever possible part in the product. So all this comes under financial modeling. So market research and financial modeling happens before the starting of the life cycle. Now, as I told in the beginning, your design and development comes into picture. So next point is, that is our design and manufacturing facilities, supply chain, sales, distribution, maintenance, repair, customer service, all this need to be established. That means what? When we are designing, along with designing parallelly, all these things should be established, because as soon as I launch the product in the market, exactly that time your distribution channel will be there to distribute the product in the market. As soon as the product starts reaching customer, you should have your maintenance and repair center. or customer service needs to be established. Now this does not come under technical issues that I need to establish customer service, I need to establish distribution channel. The design and development engineer will not bother about this part, but this is also an important part of the overall understanding of the development of embedded system. So this topic is also being discussed here. Now the next thing is what else happens during the product's lifetime. One of the thing is that the product need to be redesigned to meet the changing needs. What does that mean? That means that same thing will be there, but the versions will be adding on. For example, you must have seen that for your mobile phone, you know that the software update keeps on coming. You would have seen that sometimes the software update comes for your embedded system. Embedded system is your mobile phone. So what does that mean? That means that hardware of the phone is already there with the customer, but the other part, that is software part, and you know that many things changes with the software of this embedded system. So embedded system is hardware plus software, something like this type of product. So we may have to redesign it to meet the changing needs. Redesign in terms of software only you can do. Hardware, again, you can't go on distributing a new phone for the changing need. For that, you will have to end this product life cycle and make the new one. So changing needs can be met to certain extent. So during product life cycle lifetime, that also happens. And it also happens the product may be reused in other product. So this is a little bit not seen by you people as customer, but it is taken care at a high level in a manufacturing company that the product may be reused in any other product. So that also comes as a part of product. During product lifetime only we have to decide all that. Now, when the product become obsolete, we say that it is retired from production as well as support. So then only we say that it is obsolete. If it is only retired from production, you are not manufacturing a new component, a new devices anymore, does not mean it has retired. If support keeps on being given for the product, that means it is not obsolete. The product is obsolete only under two conditions: when you stop the production as well as you stop the support also. So that is what happens during the product lifetime or life cycle. Okay, now you have to also estimate revenue. What do you mean by revenue? Revenue is that what you have earned, or what the manufacturer or the company whoever has launched that product, how much they have earned with the product. So the various financial models are applied to estimate revenue. For example, before we design, develop and distribute any product, before that only these financial models are applied, because it has to estimate how much will be the revenue over its complete life cycle. Revenue does not come only from the manufacturing and distributing. Revenue comes from the support system also. Support means what? When you are giving servicing to the customer for the product, and when you are replacing certain component, so the revenue comes from the manufacturing of those spare parts also. So our financial models will be there, which can be used to estimate revenue from any product during its life cycle. Now, this revenue of a product changes based upon the type of the product. Now, I hope you remember non-recurring engineering cost. Non-recurring engineering cost that happens only at the design part of the design and development part of the life cycle, when any high-end product requires more engineering cost at the time of design and development. So this cost of NRE cost happens at the initial stage of the design and development of the product. That means at the initial stage of the life cycle, this NRE comes into picture. So that is why it is written that revenue from a product typically peaks early in the product's life cycle. So NRE, non-recurring engineering cost, and it becomes less at the obsolete time. So when gradually it reduces until it is obsolete. So these points are there, which comes under non-technical issues. Further are there. Now, something time to market is a very, very important term. For example, you imagine customer are in need of a very high-end camera uh, camera phones, which is good in making videos also. So this is the customer need. Now Samsung, as well as any other company you take, maybe Motorola and Samsung, both are working on their product to supply such a mobile phone. Now Samsung launches its product early. So what will happen? Customer needs something and Samsung has launched its product early. So all the customer will, majority of the customer will go and buy. And if Motorola launches its phone little late entry in the market, then what happens? Already whoever has bought a similar mobile phone or little lesser features mobile phone also just 1 month back, they will not again buy, no. So that is what is the meaning of time to market. So late entry will allow the competitors to gain the market share because customer would have bought already, and it reduces the revenue available for the late product. If you bring the product late, the revenue will reduce and then it may make it unprofitable. So this is very, very important thing, that is time to market. That is why always a design and development engineer will be under pressure to finish and complete the development of the product in time. So that comes under time to market. Now you all know about all the product like cell phone, media players, and all this. So consumer products like cell phone, media players, these products have very short life cycle. So there is only very less time, short window of opportunity to gain sufficient revenue from the profitability. So because every company is launching a new phone in every 6 to 8 months or year to 2 year, the design and development engineers will be in pressure to design a even more next higher version, a better version of the product. So this pressures for the design for such products, pressure for the design for such product is very high. So such engineers will be always under pressure of producing the result soon. And coming to military systems and telecommunication infrastructure, you know that phone changes every now and then, but the towers which are supporting the signals to your mobile phone does not change every other day, you know. The tower which is there in certain area remains there for minimum 8 to 10 years. Same way military systems, we see that they don't keep on changing things. So such systems like military system or telecommunication infrastructure, that also comes as a part of your embedded system, but they have long life cycle unlike your cell phones and media player. So but these systems, military systems and telecommunication infrastructure have long life cycle, but there is other attribute which is very important for them, that is reliability and maintainability. So reliability means what? It should not go bad soon. Your mobile phone, you don't expect much from your mobile phone after 4 or 5 years of usage, or maybe less also. But the telecommunication infrastructure as like towers or the other system which takes care of providing the signals and the wireless communication related to that, All those things should be reliable. You can't expect that your mobile phone signal goes off for 1 hour, 2 hour. So your such system should be reliable. Same way in military system also, you can't afford that it does not work for half an hour or 10 minutes and all. It should work all the time with the proper efficiency. So reliability is very, very important in such system. Also maintainability. Some products will come as lifetime service or lifetime maintainability. So that comes under such system where maintainability is very, very important with lifetime support. So lifetime support or service is given for such product. So this is something which also need to be known by design engineers for what they are producing the product. Now next, uh, so what we understand, the implementation technology. Implementation technology means you design or develop your system using any simulation tool and all that. But when you take it to market, not market, take it to factory for um, manufacturing that product. So, or you can say PCB design final, PCB fabrication finally. So, implementation technology means when we implement the technology. See, design and development means with your software tool, testing and all that you will be doing. Simulation tool and testing you will be doing. Implementation means when you are manufacturing it. So your implementation technology, or you can say manufacturing technologies, changes, evolves rapidly. Means it improves itself rapidly. So when we start a design project, we should be aware of the technology trends and what projection we should be able to make projection to determine the appropriate technology, because we may take some 6 months to design and develop the system. In the 6 months time, what changes has happened in implementation technology, we need to have an idea of that also, so that we should be, our technology, development technology should be appropriate enough for the future manufacture of the product in the factories. So that is why we have to be very much aware of the development going around us. Now for small system, a small team of engineer will be there and they will be deciding the product definition, specification, detailed design, verification and manufacture. For a smaller system, maybe a group of 10 to 20 engineers will be able to take care of a small system. So it is easy for them to be aware of the surrounding, discuss among them and take care of various changing environment outside. But for a larger system, we will have a larger development team of expert. And larger development team of expert means the experts, the head of the various team only will be some 10, 20. Means under them so many sub teams will be there. So sub teams will be responsible for other aspects like design methodology, architectural definition, detailed design, verification, test development, and liaison with the manufacturing facility. So for a large system, maybe 100 to 150 engineers will be involved. Each team will be having 20 engineers. All these teams should talk to each other. All these teams should be aware of the changing technology outside together. It should not happen that one knows and other does not know. So that is why in such system, maintaining a good communication and information flow in within the project is critical. That is why we always say that communication skill should be good. Communication skill does not mean communicating things properly. It is communicating enough information properly. You may talk for 10 minutes, but you would not have given the exact actual information required. So under good communication, it means when I talk for 10 minutes, I should have communicated all the points which is important for the project. That is what we mean by saying good communication and information flow within the project is critical. So this is specifically true for a larger system. And again, the good project management is essential for successful outcome. So this comes for the larger system. Now this is about non-technical issues, and these points whatever I discussed in these 3 slides all are very very important, and it should be known to any design development engineer also, not only the people involved with the distribution, manufacturing, servicing, all that. Whatever I have told, these things should be clear to design, development, test engineers also. So these are non-technical issues to be known by technical people. So this finishes your module 5. This is the topics which we had covered in module 5. We started with design methodology, architecture exploration. We saw one example also of the transport system. Then we saw the functional design and verification. Then with each part, how RTL synthesis physical design was important. We also saw the optimization in terms of area, time, and power. And we also saw that area, time, power optimization, all these 3 optimization runs from design methodology till physical design. All these 5 steps, various points will be there where you can optimize area, time, and power. Then we saw how the design changes for to make it feasible for testing. So this was discussed under design for test. Then we also saw various fault model and simulation. So stuck on fault, stuck at 0, stuck at 1 fault, stuck on, stuck off fault we saw. And we also saw how those things are simulated. Then we saw the scan design and boundary scan. So then we also saw built-in self-test, where we had autonomous test circuit, so that we don't require memories to store various test vectors and required output for those test vectors. So that is why built-in self-test came into picture. And then today we have discussed about the non-technical issues. So this is all about your 5th module. So this finishes your 5th module as well as your syllabus.